What are you talking about?
Yeah, what is this?
Big
Just
ashtray.
a rubbish.
What is it?
It's a big rubbish
Is it a big
collector.
ashtray?
Yeah.
Well, it's all,
Jesus Christ.
looks like all,
Oh, it is.
all the crap's going in there, including mussel shells, peanuts.
I
Oh
can
no,
have-
they're fag ends, sorry.
I can have a crap in there later. So, Charlie, I was telling Mark earlier on about this.
Who?
Who's Charlie?
So, you know that William's gone and bought a GSXR 600?
A what?
Exactly. A Suzuki GSXR 600. And
Is he going to see this? Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Or can he?
yeah, yeah, of course you can. But
Go on,
that's-
you
this is
carry
not-
on.
This is not the point.
This is your show.
So I said to her,
Michael Parkinson from Stoke.
so yeah. So I said to her, what are you going to name her? Because he's always a she. What are you going to name her? And he says, I ain't got a clue. Anyway, I was looking at the bike, and I looked at the registration, and the registration letters are DXY. So I said to him, how about Dixie? That's okay. He said, yeah, that's okay. 24 hours later, he says, I've changed the name. I says, what? He says, she's now called Dixie Enormous. Dixie Enormous.
Dixie's quite close to Jigsaw as well, for short.
Yeah, Dixie Jigsaw.
Short for
Dixie
GSXR.
Dixie Enormous. Where did he come up with that?
From you prat. That's the sort of
He's your son. We should expect no
like
less.
son, father like son.
So what do you think about GSXR 600s?
Well, they're great, aren't they? A super sport Japanese 600. They're all good. CBRs, FZRs,
Yeah, they're all designed to
Kawasaki.
be
What's the
flashed.
Kawasaki 1636? They're all amazing.
But they're so bloody uncomfortable.
Yeah,
What do you
and not
think?
when you're in your 20s. You know.
No. His girlfriend's not happy.
Oh, is she go on the back?
No,
Will she go on the
no,
back?
she won't. She refuses. She refuses to go on the bike, and I understand that because she's had all the negative stories of life, yeah, and she's been indoctrinated to think all that stuff about motorbikes. But it is what it is,
Yeah, not unusual. Shame, but not unusual.
and I don't think she was impressed when he said she's got his new bike called Dixie Enormous. Dixie Enormous. My goodness. There you go.
Have you ever had a Super Sport 600? You ever had a Super Sport bike?
Yeah, I did.
You had an X7.
No,
Way back.
I had an X7 way back, but it was 1994. I'd stopped riding for a little period, and I went and bought a
It
brand.
does have periods. I always thought there was
Yeah.
bisexual
I do.
I
about
thought
it.
I
as
do.
much.
I do. I'm still in touch with my woman's side. Yeah, so I'm very unpredictable. You can't. I've got no idea which way I'm going to turn. So I ended up having a period of no bike, and then I went and bought a brand new Yamaha DT125LC to get me to work and back, because I used to live at Frechford, and we used to go over to Hillsborough, opposite Sheffield Wednesday ground,
Ah, right. Yeah.
at one of the exchanges there with British Telecom, and then I got bored of it because it was still restricted to 12 horsepower or whatever.
All right. Yeah.
And I found. Do you remember an early? This was 1994, so I found a used, less than 6-month-old Triumph Datona 1000. Now that 1000 engine was Yamaha, and the engine and gearbox was Yamaha.
1000 Datona.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the four-cylinder.
That was the
it?
4-cylinder.
And that
And it
was
was-
the Yamaha engine, was it?
Yeah, it was
Where'd
Yamaha.
you get that from?
It was a Yamaha and it was a Yamaha engine and gearbox
Yeah.
wrapped up with Triumph.
They just scaled down the 1200, didn't they?
I don't know what
That's what I thought. I thought they'd gone modular.
I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did.
That's what they.
But it was a 1000cc Datona.
It's
Four
because
cylinder.
the shape of the engine resembled an early Yamaha twin cam engine.
And it had the twin headlights
Yeah.
at the front, twin round headlights, and it had white clocks, which had a red background, and they looked really sexy. And this bike went like shit on the shovel. Yeah, and it was far too fast for me, far too fast. And I ended up taking the missus on the back of it down the M180, and I was going down the M180, and I think I was in 5th gear, and I just changed to 6th gear at 160 mile an hour, and she was on the bike, and she was hitting me on the bike to slow down,
I'm not surprised.
and it was a fast bike.
She
a
would
fast
be in
bike.
fear of her life.
Yeah, and she said that the helmet was being sucked off her head and was strangling her. If I'd have known that,
Here we go.
If I'd have known that, I'd have twisted it up to 180 and kept there until the engine blew. Yeah. She needed strangling.
I was taking. Me and Anna were going to.
That's a joke.
Me and Anna were going to visit Pat's girlfriend's place in Devon.
All right. Yeah.
And so I had I had a VFR 750, and the quick bikes, and we were travelling light. So Anna had a rucksack on her back. So I was cruising down, doing about 80, and I sort of squirted it to overtake some slow cars or something. And then I noticed this white car with the headlights full on suddenly appeared in my mirrors. I thought, that wasn't there a bit ago, that's a fast car. And I thought, I'll outrun it and then turn off. I'm on a fast bike, so I nailed it, and it was about 140 on the clock, and I could feel Anna sort of grabbing me shoulders and grabbing me
Everything.
yeah, and I thought, right, so I held it like that for a while.
So this is in a 30 mile an hour limit.
No, this is I thought, right, we'll pull off now. I couldn't see the white car anymore. Braked really hard, swung off on a roundabout, and just waited on the side road. So, pulled to a stop, looked at the roundabout. Anna, meanwhile, was punching me back, said, "You nearly killed me, I nearly came off the back." What? She said the rucksack was grabbed the air and it was pulling me off the back, and she was scrambling to hold
stay
on
on.
to something.
Mm.
I said, oh.
140 mile an hour.
Yeah, that's the fastest I've ever been. But yeah, the bike was just purring along, felt quite stable, but yeah, I wasn't very responsible.
And to tell you the truth, when I had that Triumph, I was useless at riding, and I'm still useless. I will admit that. But I was useless, and I was like the guys in Qatar, where they just ride in straight lines. Going around corners, I was absolutely useless with that thing. It felt so big and heavy.
I wound the SV1000 up to. I was on the German autobahn with all the camping gear on, panniers, top box, and everything. And I got to the unrestricted bit of the German autobahn, and I thought, well, if you're going to go fast, this is the place to go fast. And I wound it up to 100 and felt quite comfortable at that. And the air over the bike was very good on that for my size. And then I wound it up to 120, and that didn't seem that much difference. I mean, the cars were coming at me a little bit quicker as I came up to them. I had to plan a bit further in advance, but it wasn't that busy on the motorway. I thought, yeah, I could sustain that. I wound it up a bit more to 130. Now that felt a bit, I don't know whether it was me moving or the air moving me or what, but that did start to feel quite quick then. But the other thing that was happening was the fuel was disappearing at a right rate.
Fuel things going like that.
And I thought, Well, I'm not going to have much fuel for very long at this sort of thing. I'm not too sure where the next petrol station is, and I thought, no, 130 is fast enough for me with all this gear on the back. I wonder how much of it will still be there when I slow down. But the fastest I've seen on a bike clock was 160 mile an hour. It wasn't 160 because it was a Kawasaki clock, so it was probably
137.
145 or something like that, maybe. But who knows?
But I remember when the three of us went away, and we were going through Germany on the autobahns, and I think we'd had a stupid stint where we were doing 120 for 10 seconds, and then we agreed that we'd stay just under 100. And I think I was at the back of the pack or the middle of the pack.
What were you on then?
I must have been on the Bandit 1250.
Of course, yeah, I forgot you.
So this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's when we ended up in Italy at that warm lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll not go into that.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay.
And
got it. Yeah.
and we were going down the autobahn because there are usually two lanes, aren't there? I think we're in the right-hand lane, and we're doing something like 98 mile an hour. And this Toyota Corolla started overtaking me. Yeah, and that was I don't remember this. It was ages ago. And this old Toyota Corolla started overtaking me, and then I realised it was pulling a horse box. And there was a fucking horse in it.
Well,
Horses there with
Brilliant.
tail wagging around, and I'm thinking, surely there must be a law against that. You can't be pulling a trailer in a knackered Corolla. With a horse in it. It's bizarre. But
do you remember we were on the autobahn once, and we were taking it steady, about 80, nothing, because we had a way to go. And well, cars were overtaking us, and one chap in a convertible sort of pointed to the unrestricted sign and went,
wind it up.
Yeah, wind it up.
Yeah, it's
What's
like
it
it's
doing?
like 3 bars on a white
That's right.
background, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the unrestricted.
yeah. They were the days.
Oh, yeah, all right then. But things happen too quick when you're going plus 100 plus miles an hour. The cars that you're approaching from behind, you're approaching so
Quick.
much faster,
Yeah.
and you've got to plan every frigging manoeuvre so much in advance. If you're
And the trucks are doing 60, 65. They really come up quickly from the horizon, and you're on top of them.
And
You've got to just stay in the left-hand lane, and hopefully a Porsche behind you doesn't catch you.
Yeah.
I found it just too you have to use so much concentration. I just couldn't keep it up for any length of time. It's not worth it. You've got another
When
500 miles to do.
Yeah, when I was going to the south of Germany on my own one time, and I think I'd gone across on the Harwich Hook off Holland ferry overnight by myself, and then I was trying to do Germany in a day, so I wanted to get down to that Rhineland camping ground on the Rhine in one day instead of 2 days like we normally did.
Near Kunz Berserk.
Down there somewhere.
Is that where the boot-eating river voles are?
Yes, the boot-eating river rats bastards have my best Italian leather boots.
That was brilliant, that.
I think
Who's
that-
done
yeah.
this? Who's done this?
It's
Yeah.
because they smelled like French cheese. They were all over it.
That was
they were
brilliant.
attracted.
They were,
I got there in a day though by
They were-
myself without you, Ped, slowing me down.
they were your favourite boots, weren't they?
They were soft. They were soft Italian boots. They were fantastic for hot weather because they were unlined. Italian race boot. They were really nice.
Italian leather from virgin cows.
That's the ones.
Yeah.
What a thing to happen, honestly. You wake up in the morning, you put your boots outside your fly sheet.
They were just in that front porch of my tent.
Oh, right.
The little buggers have pulled them out from under there.
Really?
started
They
nibbling.
dragged them out.
It must
They
have
dragged
took
them
some
out.
nibbling,
Yeah.
that.
I thought it was you, Per, having a joke with me that my boots were halfway to the river. I
Dragged
honestly
them out
thought
thinking this is a decaying body, a decaying animal. Yeah, let's Let's drag it home. I'll share it with the family.
Bizarre, because all the back heel had been taken.
Yeah,
off,
where
and you had to tape it all up,
that's
didn't
right.
you?
Where the flexible bit was, the flexible bit in the heel and the thing. They nibbled all the foam filler out of it. Probably finessing material or something.
Brilliant. I do remember that. Yeah, they were the days.
Yeah, but nothing a bit of gaffer tape didn't seal up for the week.
No, because you did. What did you do? Stick your foot in it or something, and then a bit of card, and then strapped it all up.
I think I just got my gaffer roll out and
just strapped it up.
Duct taped it all up.
So
Yeah.
where did we get? That was when we went to the Stelvio, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we met the World Cup.
Oh, the Germans. The Germans. Yes. Yeah.
That's right, because we drove through one big German village and everybody was in this big pub watching a football match because Germany must be playing. They had a big screen in this bar and it was packed.
Ah.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, well, we only drove through. So where did we stop the second? The next
Didn't we stop at the bottom of the Stelvio?
The first night we stopped in a hotel with a really good German wine.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The German red wine.
Yeah,
and the really friendly.
That
pretty,
was on the B500 area.
The really pretty, friendly.
Baden-Baden way.
Let me finish, because this is a happy memory with the really pretty, friendly waitress.
That would be the one.
Wasn't she lovely? Do you remember her?
Yeah, very friendly.
Well, white shirt,
I can't remember.
black skirt. She wanted to talk English, and we encouraged her.
And then she introduced us to the local wine, which is not exported.
Yeah.
They keep it all for themselves.
Yeah.
And it was delicious.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely
Wonderful.
delicious.
It's only the crap that gets exported.
Yeah, they keep all the good stuff.
You know,
Yeah,
you had that
definitely.
table wine here,
Yeah.
and it was
Beautiful.
I don't drink red because I think it tastes like vinegar, and all of them seem to taste like vinegar.
That's because you keep it too long. You're not supposed to keep it 3 weeks. You're supposed to get the bottle open, let it breathe,
crack
and then get it drunk.
Yeah. You're right. But last night's, God, it was so smooth. And are you having some
I'm
tonight?
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
After
Are you
this
getting
big
larger? Are
build-up.
you getting a bottle rather than a half carafe or
No,
something?
we'll get a full carafe. We'll get a litre.
Yeah, that's only a third more than a bottle.
Yeah. Fantastic. They were the days.
Yeah, that was good.
And we were talking about Josie. Remember Joseph,
On the bicycle.
Yeah,
who was nicking all the leftover food?
yeah.
That
We were
was
talking.
that
You
was,
needed the calories.
Yeah.
yeah, it was brilliant. He was a brilliant guy.
Pedaling up and down a mountain.
I wonder what he's doing now.
He's probably doing the same thing.
Yeah, he'll be running around Europe.
Yeah.
On another
Well, he
bicycle.
liked. Where would he like? Not Croatia. Where did he say you can live like a king on €10 a day or so?
Oh, he came from Belgium.
Turkey.
No, he came from Belgium, but he'd been in over in one of the old eastern countries.
So is it Bulgaria or some not Bulgaria?
Yeah,
somewhere
I
like that.
I can't remember where it was. It wasn't Hungary, but it was somewhere in that direction that he
Further
cycled.
east.
Yeah,
Further east.
further east, and he said the value for money and the food and everything was really, really good value and cheap. So he'd spent a lot of time over there, but was making his way gradually, slowly home again. I think back up to Belgium to tend his. What did he have? He had not an allotment. What they call it, small holding, which is a small farm.
And
Isn't it?
he was talking about fishing, didn't he? Go fishing or something?
Yeah.
I think he got nets out all the time to catch fish in the river or something.
He said he never bought food.
Yeah. He
never bought food.
He was almost self-sufficient when he was at home, so he could save for when he was away for his quartermaster pension.
Yeah. And he wasn't. He was only young, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He
but
was,
if
I don't
you-
know,
if
He was about
you-
50,
if you-
55, was he?
Yeah, if you
Same age
join
as
in
us.
when you're 21, do your 20 years, then
You
you
get a
retire
pension.
as an officer.
And if you're
Very
if you're
nice,
taking
thank
the
you.
fish out of the river, and
costing
cooking your
nothing.
own food, there's no cost. It's all natural.
Yeah, but
Cheap.
come on,
Cheap.
you can't just live on
Fish.
fish. You've got to
You need some
Yeah.
fat.
you've got to
You need
grow
to-
a
you
lot. You need some
Well,
starch
it
in
probably
your diet.
barters and exchanges stuff with other people that do stuff.
Yeah.
You know, somebody probably raises sheep or
Sheep.
goats or something. So he says, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you all this hay, and you give me a goat to put on the."
I'm all for it. I just think it sounds really romantic, and why don't we all do that? But the hard realities, you're trying to get a balanced diet on your table 365 days a year through the winter. It's not that easy.
I don't have a problem. I go to the takeaway every night and have a sweet and sour chicken, and that's balanced. What's up? You know, I have a choice. I could spend £14,000 on a kitchen that lasts 10 years, so that's £1,400 a year. So that's let's say £100, 120 a month. Yeah. You buy a sweet and sour chicken for £10, and it lasts you 2 nights. So that's £5 a night. £5, 5 times 30 is £150.
For a
And you
month.
don't have to cook it. You don't have to pay for the gas to cook it or the electricity.
But
And you
what
don't-
about your digestion?
You wouldn't need any gas at all after that.
No,
You're generating it all yourself.
Self-generating.
because you just fart into a balloon and then run the boiler, the hot water boiler off it. You know, you got to start thinking about these things when the missus says I need a new kitchen and it's going to cost 14 grand. That's one way of looking at it, isn't it?
Wow.
Isn't it? Because kitchens aren't cheap.
Is that what you're transferring today? The money for the kitchen? While you're away, get it done.
Yeah, you're
Get
right.
it done, so you're not involved.
I don't know. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
I've got water in my ears. I think it's going down that chute.
That was really funny because they had a tube that swirled you around
Did it?
a tunnel. They had simple slides, that's dead straight, and then they had a tube that did a couple of 360s. That was quite a giggle.
Was it?
Yeah.
I never saw the slides. I never saw the slides. We'll have to
I
have a
hadn't
look
seen
at
them
them
until
tomorrow.
Charlie pointed them out and said, "Are we going to give it a go?"
So where are we going tomorrow?
No, I think we'll go back where we went, but do it the opposite way round, perhaps.
So with no breakfast,
We'll have breakfast up there at Joe's.
Joe's the Shack, is it?
Yeah, Joe's the Shack.
Joe's the
Where,
Shack.
that's where all the bikes were parked.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's obviously the biker
Yeah.
cafe.
So we'll go there.
So we'll go there on the way there to have breakfast, and then for lunch we'll do one of the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. You alright with that?
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
So,
We can go to the same one for a sandwich if we want for lunch.
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah,
she
she
did
was
us
nice.
a really nice sandwich for
€15 it cost, including the drinks.
for both of them.
For both.
Yeah, it was.
You had an orange juice, I had a
You're right,
coffee.
it was €15.
And
yeah.
two nice, lovely sandwiches
Yeah.
for €15, which is what, £12. Yeah,
Well, I had an orange. You had a big latte, didn't you?
Grande.
And we both had an everything in it.
ham
Baton.
sandwich.
Baguette, baton like that, and yeah,
It cost nothing.
15 for the lot.
£6 each. That's what it was. It's good value for money,
Yeah.
and it was nice area, and it should be okay. It should be okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get
The
on.
weather forecast is good, is it?
Oh, the weather
Yeah,
forecast is going to be fine. It's meant to be raining. Let's have a quick look.
No, it's not.
No, it's raining tonight.
There's going to be a little spattering in the early hours of the dawn.
Let's see what it
And
says
it'll be fine.
as the description. Just hang on. Oh, it's shifted to 10 o'clock. What does
Oh,
it
you
say as the
joking?
detail? Oh! A little spattering at... How did you know? It says a little spattering.
I didn't.
And that's where we are at the moment. And that's the weather ahead. It's going to be great. So how's your Tracer 700? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, it's a bag of shit.
Is it a bag?
Biggest mistake I
What did you expect from Yamaha? Yamaha are absolute crap.
honestly.
Will
just
you never
don't.
learn?
I should have kept the Fireblade. Anything. I could have come down on a push bike faster than that old slug. This vibrates worse than a diesel. Fuel consumption's worse than a two-stroke. Oh, crap. What a mistake. Don't do it. I don't know how they dare sell bike lessons.
I can't understand it. Mine's doing mega miles to the gallon.
Mine's doing shit. It's amazing that the next generation of Tiger, the 900, is less economical than the previous version, on the understanding that the economy is shifting more up. So
You must have been riding in third all the way here to get through that amount of fuel.
what do you mean? It's
It's
always
got
had
6 gears.
no. It's always had a 3-speed gearbox. I
It's
thought
not a
it was
push
like
maxi.
I thought it was like the American automatics.
No, it's not push maxi.
No, it's only got 3 gears. I thought it was interesting that we were up at 10,500 RPM when we were going down the motorway, but I thought that was normal. The cruise control was happy to stay there. I won't get another Tiger 900. It only does 22 to the gallon. They're absolute rubbish.
It's raining in Marseille tomorrow.
Is it?
Well, this is a 60%.
Oh, we're not going there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're not going. Where's the nearest big town? Is that Manos? What's it called? Manos?
Aix-en-Provence really is the nearest big one.
Look at it. It's 20 past 7, and it's 25 degrees
I
in
need to eat.
September.
I'm getting very hungry.
Right now. I'm getting hungry.
Well, it's 21 minutes past 7 o'clock.
To eat.
I really think before we die and get too old,
This week then.
I seriously think we ought to have I've said this over the last few years that we ought to have a 2-stroke holiday.
We have said this, we always discuss this.
Yeah.
When you like
year.
to come on an NSR 400
Push maxis are rare though these days.
or an RD 350, an RD 400.
I
Yeah,
like an RD 500,
I'd like-
500 I think, or
I'd
an
like to-
RG 500.
yeah, but they're 20 miles per gallon, and half a quarter of a litre of oil per gallon.
Yeah. We'd have to bring them down in a van though.
That's not a problem.
Blast up those mountain roads.
With microns on them.
Definitely.
Nice set of Swarbrigs going click click click, and all these hikers looking at you with evil eyes, trying to kill you. That would be great.
I'm a firm believer that if you're looking for a weather forecast and you see one that you don't like the look of, you change to a different forecaster
different
until you
gap.
find
Until
one.
You find the
with
right
a good
one. That's
forecast.
a good idea.
There's only 20% chance of a bit of drizzle tomorrow morning.
Well, the Met Office
I don't think that's
says
anything
it's
to worry about.
50%, but what do they know?
They're miles away, the Met Office. They don't even know where we are, do they? I didn't tell them.
Well, it said at where you are now, it's 100 miles from there.
We go for a ride. Here's my rain shot. Look at all that weather going through. Just be glad you're not up near Paris.
Yeah.
That's some serious weather going up there. I hope that buggers off before we have to go home.
My lad wants a quad lock.
My missus says it's been raining all day there.
You kidding?
In Yorkshire, yeah. raining all day, she says. So they've got to go home and walk the dog tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, lads.
Ça est arrivé une fois ici, et alors
Oh, video. Are we ready for some food?
Yeah, but we're waiting for a chap to be at the counter.
Well, we just go
No,
over
I
here.
think we just go over to the counter.
We just go over there and loiter,
Oh, do we?
and then they'll show us soon.
Oh,
Let's go for food.
Suitable table.
There we go.
I was missing